I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been a real bad boy. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Before your scheduled program, this is a TNT launcher. It launches quite close, as you can tell. Yeah, so this is your little redstone contraption. Really tiny. I didn't actually know this was possible. I didn't know rails work like that on slime blocks. If we get this, oh, that's immovable, but get some oak and press it, it'll fine, and then it'll pop off. But with slime block, this doesn't actually happen. So that's why. Okay, to load this thing, it's really simple. You just click on this for as long as you want. This is the clip that will be into your TNT launcher. You press it once, and now it is officially set. So it'll fire once at a time. It'll fire one minecart every time. It'll pop one more pop on to the surface. There you go, it just fires it out. So you just have a lovely little TNT cannon, TNT cart launcher. Best thing is that TNT cart launchers actually do more damage than regular TNT. You can see that this hole is a lot wider than what would be possible with TNT. So it actually does much more damage than TNT minecart. And yeah, this design would be tileable, except for the fact that slime blocks aren't tileable. So this is a nice TNT mortar because it shoots it quite far up. You can see, shoots it quite far, and then it just goes right and straight down, and it causes old mayhem. Okay, so yeah, to build it, it's really simple. Grab two, then you want to grab two repeaters and a button. You want to have that on that, like so. There you are. You're done. That is really simple. It's a simple cart launcher in Minecraft. One block wide. Obviously the button doesn't have to be there. Just simply bring the wire out. Place the button. And if we load this cart up with just a few carts, you just got to fire this and then boom, launch it from a distance. So yeah, and just attach a wire into this middle section and it will fire. It is the teensy little modules that I've created, which are really simple and really easy to build. Now, let's get back to the infinite storage bank. Hey, welcome back. TobyTopF here. Today, I have a redstone contraption to show off. Yes, a redstone contraption. And if you didn't guess from the intro, yes, this is a SethBling creation, which I elaborated upon. So this is the infinite storage bank in Minecraft. So we have a chest here, a 9 pin code, a button and some rails. 2 buttons, in fact. So we have 11 buttons, 2 stone and 9 wooden. We put it in anything, nothing happens. If we press the button, it gets sucked in. So now we're going to show actually the redstone. So it comes through the droppervator there, through this hopper line, and into this first module of the SethBling circuit. The SethBling infinite storage thing. So it's going to appear soon. There it is. And it should pop one out. There it is. So now it will go onto this one. In a second. There it is. So that's working. And now it goes over here, gets picked up. The bank card will get put back in. And you can see here, that's the bank card. So this is my code. The code will be slotted in. You can see, there it is. First one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. And number 5. There it is. So that will now send this thing on its way. Not yet though. So now the code has been set. So we need to go back into this room. But before I do, I just want to explain how this all works. So basically, up to this point, we've put an item in here, in that, and we have a locked hopper here, and then we just unlock the hopper. So it goes through this droppervator. The droppervator connects into this circuit hopper line here, which goes into this, and if you haven't seen this video, I'll link it, but this is the core of the system. I have grass chests, grass carts as I like to call them here, but these are placeholders. You will actually have proper accounts, and I'll show you how to set one up. So these go round and round, and then the chosen one will wait here, and this is my actual account. So you can see, it matches it. And this is all of my loot. I haven't filled it in, but it simulates my loot. And that goes around, but it's currently in stasis. As you can see, it's waiting in its hold position. So this sucks out the first item, which is obviously the bank card, and the hopper here gives the bank card, which we put into the system, into that one, which will come here and then drop off its one, which will come over here. So this same bank card goes through the whole system, and then this draws one as well. And this is the pin cart, as you saw. It crosses over these 6. So we've got 1, which is the first code, second code, third code, fourth code, fifth code, and then the bank card. So if we go look in this chest, we will see the bank card is here, which we put in, so you don't lose it. It's wonderful. So that's in stasis. This is in stasis. It's waiting to input the code. So yeah, you get the item takes out, and all of the code is in here. So now that the code's been set with this, and I don't know if I'm actually the first to do this. Basically, the way this works is that there's an item filter here, and we basically take the first item, and that goes through first, and then we just have this hopper line which delays it so that the items are spread apart within the circuit. It comes through here, goes down this lovely little item filter here, which has the 9 possible inputs into here, and we can see the inputs here. Basically, every time this activates, it'll activate this counter down here to trigger one more of these observers, which will come down. Now they're in their raised position because, that's how it is. So after it gets to 6, it resets the system, which is why none of this redstone is on. So every step you'll see that this one here, this is the only one in this one that's been taken down. It's because this sends a system through this observer line into this first one, and then this one triggers, so it doesn't get through. And since this input here, this basically looks for blocks that are missing. So here, the correct one would be 5. That's our first code, and you'll notice that 5 is actually the last one here. So it's read backwards. So you do have to put your code in backwards. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's actually enter the code. So the first one was 5, and I actually set that randomly. So you will see that is normal. That just is a sound to make sure you know that it's an input. And you'll see that this counter actually went up 1. And this unlocks this next one here. So you'll see that this one gets unlocked, but all of these other ones here are locked. So only this one will go through. And you'll notice, since there are no duplicates, you couldn't actually set a code because it wouldn't get through because there's no block, so it couldn't conduct. That's why there's this technical aspect as well as a security reason. So the next code in the chest, we just read it backwards. So 5, 3, so 5, 3, 1, 4, 2. So 5, 3, 1, 4. 5, 3, 1, 4. So 3, 1, 4 is the next ones we're going to be putting in. So 3. Wait a bit. 1. Wait a bit. 4. And you'll see that this counter is actually counting up. You'll see here. So now it should be on this final one here. This is on the last one, so we got to input the last 2. 4 and 2. So 2 is the last one, in fact. So put the last one in, 2, and that will activate the system. And you'll see our minecart gets sent to us, and we can access it. Yeah. Now I'm going to leave quickly because so this basically sends also this back to this to here, and then puts it back into its position. This one's still in this position because we've got to return the minecart. This is actually, I'm just going to go like that. And what's that going to do? That's going to reset these. And it's also going to do this hilarious thing, which is going to reset. And it has a hopper line with an item going through. And this is going to reset all of the pin. As you can see. It's really cool. So that's the way it resets. When the minecart gets finished, it will run over this detector rail and will finish. And now it's done. Now it's ready to be reused. So we have obviously our bank card, but we have this one as well, which was returned to us. And we have this lovely little minecart, which all of our loot, which we entered the pin code successfully, so it will give us this wonderful chest, and we can obviously come into here and do what we want, and then we can return it like so. As long as these are all filled, there will be no problems. Hit the button, and it will be sent off back to the beginning, and then this will just reset the SethBling circuit. Now, and that will push it along, and voila, now it's completely reset and ready to go again. You can have infinite accounts with this because it will have infinite pins. Yeah, pretty wonderful. I'm going to show. Yes, you can have lots of bank cards here. I'm not going to show it because so I just have a bunch of grass carts here, but it works. Trust me. It works. Okay. So now that we've shown a test run from the outside, I've explained a few components already, but we're going to explain some more. So the way the resetting works basically is really simple. This has an item here. It can be any item. I just put the number 3 because I had the key card on me. And this goes right through and then runs through there, runs back, runs through, runs back. Serpentines, yeah. Well, serpents through this line, and you have just these hoppers here. The reason this can't be a solid object and it has to be transparent is because otherwise it will power the one next to it, and that's not what we want. So the way this code works is we have our 9-digit, and these come and connect all into this line of repeaters. So when you hit a button, it will trigger one of these repeaters. And basically, if there is a block here, so this observer will automatically trigger if there's a changing state of this, which means basically we press the button, it will trigger any of these observers which will run into that redstone line. This will come over here, and then this will enter kind of an AND gate, which basically its purpose is really simply because there's a counter mixed in as well. Basically, it just detects if this is pressed and there is no signal here. If there is a signal that comes through this line here, that means that there was a block here. And remember from the pin, the correct pin has an absence of blocks. This basically just detects if this one comes through, and then is this one powered or not. If it is powered, then it will unlock this torch, will turn it off, which will unlock all of the items in this. So this is currently in the off state because we don't actually want anything to happen. There is a drop evader. There's 2 counters in this, and 3 drop evaders. There's the 1 drop evader here for the Rupin and the pin cards into this. 1 for this drop evader, 1 for this counter, and 1 for that counter. Yeah, so there is this system, which is the one I was talking about with that. So yeah, if you place a block there, it will just activate that one only. And if you place an item, it will activate all of them gradually. And I won't be putting this for a world download or doing a tutorial. If you want to see any more of my redstone creations, let me know. But yeah, I've already done a quick little redstone contraption. So at the start of this video, so you can see kind of what little things I've been working on. So this is the infinite storage bank. Let me know if you want to see a shop version of this, but I don't think it will be that great. But do let me know in the comments. This is SethBling's circuit. So you just basically copy that twice. The reason there's 2 of them is because if there was only one, which was the accounts, because that's the point, is there's infinite accounts, and then this goes into an item filter of bank cards, then the bank cards are not actually infinite, and there is a world border. Whereas with another one of these, it works kind of similar to, basically, it works as a kind of feedback loop. So this is how it works. It's called a memory reel, and it's basically these blocks here don't have any properties at all. These are different. These concrete don't have any different properties. They're just different colors. So redstone can't actually indicate it. But if you have a memory reel next to it, circling, and they make sure that they're always paired with the same one, then you can actually take 2 different states of redstone to measure, and you have it behind the scenes. That's how that works, very simply. This is the infinite storage bank. It's this contraption, these 2 here, on part of it's literally this smooth stone area with this iron bit. That is the circuitry. So it can have infinite combinations of pins and infinite storage, essentially. So it basically works in the different components. You have the pin reader and setter here. The pin reader is this section, so underneath. So it's this under on the bedrock. That's the reader, as well as this module here. So it's this setter is this one on top. So with even these lines here, that's it. Verifier is this counter here, and this observer and the AND gate. We have also the SethBling circuits, which are the brains. Yeah, we just have this kind of puller, which is part of the setter circuit. And we have a stasis, waiting room area. The minecarts there. So yeah, that's basically it. There's a display area for the customer that sits in. It works pretty wonderfully. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching.